Hi students, here we are continuing with the drama Merchant of Venice, Act 3, Scene 5. So in the last scene, we have seen Jessica and Nerissa, they are leaving to Venice for freeing Antonio from jail. And she has entrusted the house to Lorenzo and Jessica. So now we will see an incident or the drama takes place in Belmont in the house of Portia. Belmont, a garden, enter Lancelot and Jessica. Lancelot is a servant at the house of Portia. Lancelot. Yes, it indeed happens that children are punished for the sins of their fathers. Therefore, I tell you, I am anxious about what may happen to you. I have always been honest to you, so now I tell you about my great fear on this point. Come on, cheer up, because I think that you are destined to be damned after death. So, what he is saying? He is saying the belief of Christians about the life after death. That a Christian is punished even for the sins of their fathers and mothers, their parents. So here, whom he is referring to? Lancelot. Lancelot is referring to a father and a daughter. Who is that father? The father is Shylock, and you know Jessica is the daughter of Shylock. So when you are a Christian, Jessica, you are going to be punished. Your life after death. So God will punish you when you reach after your death. When you reach at God's place, God will punish you for what? The mistakes that your father has done. The father has sinned. The father has sinned against Antonio. He was not showing any justice towards Antonio. So you are going to be punished. I have a fear about it. Jessica, my husband's good deeds will save me, for he has made me a Christian. But Jessica has an answer. So I don't have any problem with my father, because I am a Christian now. My husband is a Christian, because I am going to be saved by the good deeds. The God will not punish me because my husband is a good person and his good works will save me from the punishment of God. And now Lancelot again explains, honestly, then there will be more blame on him, because there were enough of us Christians before he converted you who could live together. If Christians were increased in this manner, it will raise the price of pigs. This is because, for if we all become pork eaters, we will not get any prize, a slice of bacon to cook over the coal fire. So now he is saying about, no, he did not do anything right, because there were a number of Christian girls were there. There were a number of Christian girls were there. There were enough people were there to marry. And why did he marry you? Okay, he is just joking. Don't feel that he is saying something seriously. He is just joking towards whom? Jessica. Okay, and if people are converting to Christianity like this, so we won't get meat to eat. It is like pigs. Okay, without thinking anything, they are converting to Christianity. And we are the pork eaters. We won't get pork. It will raise. Then ask the people. And Shakespeare here wants to convey the message that the conversion to Christianity at the time was in large. The people were converting to Christianity in large number. That is what he wanted to convey here through this. I shall tell my husband what you have told me, Lancelot. Here he comes. So I am going to tell Lancelot. I am going to tell my husband about what you have told me. Enter Lorenzo, the husband of Jessica. Lorenzo, I will be jealous of you, Lancelot, if I find you talking to my wife in quiet places like this. The same way, Lorenzo also teasing whom? Lancelot. So they find when he came and he found that both of them are talking secretly. So normally a husband, he has a doubt towards his wife, but he is just joking about it. He knows her, he knows his wife well, so he is just joking. If this is the case, I will jealous of you both. Jessica, oh, there is nothing to worry about. The same way Jessica also replying, oh, you don't worry about that. Lancelot and I had a quarrel. He tells me that there is no mercy for me in heaven since I am a Jew's daughter. Further, he says that you are not a good member of the Christian community since by converting Jews to Christianity, you increase the price of the poor. So Jessica is saying what the conversation was between them. What she is saying, Lancelot said to me, I am not a good Christian. I am not going to get any consideration as Christian when I reach heaven. After my death, I am not going to get any consideration from God. And only what you do, you increase the number. You don't have the quality to be a Christian. That is what he meant. You don't have the quality to be a Christian because you are from a Jew. You don't have the quality to be a Christian. Only what you do, by converting to Christianity, you start eating meat, and by that you increase the price. So there is no quality in you, but you only have a quantity. What is that quantity? You eat meat. You start eating meat. At that time there was a belief all the Christians, they eat meat. Lancelot, go in, Lancelot, tell them to prepare for dinner. Okay. To Lancelot, go in, Lancelot. God, Lancelot, you are a servant. You don't forget that. Go inside and prepare for dinner. Lancelot, they are already prepared for dinner, sir. Because they all are hungry. Here, Lancelot is a knowledgeable person. He is showing what? He is showing a mistake said by Lorenzo. What is a mistake? Go in, Lancelot, and tell them to prepare for dinner. To tell them prepare for dinner means tell to the people, you come and have the dinner, have the appetite, have the hungry. That is the meaning. Okay. But he is correcting. They are already prepared, sir. Who? The people are already prepared because they are hungry. They want to eat food. Lorenzo, what a comic character you are. Tell them to prepare dinner. So now what really Lorenzo meant? Tell the people, tell the servants to prepare dinner, make the food ready. Lancelot, that has been done. Already the food has prepared. You just need to tell them to lay on the table. So what do you have today? Only you ask them, you order them to put it on the table. Lorenzo, will you order the table to be covered with the dishes, sir? Okay. So what are you saying? Will you order to the food to come and place on the table? Lancelot, no sir, I will not. I am responsible enough not to put on my hat to cover my head in the presence of my superior. Okay, so he is ready to do his duties. And he said that, so normally the servants do not cover their head when their masters are there. So this is what he is mentioning. Lorenzo, what? Still more arguments on the use of words. Now, so you are still clinging on words, but the mistake that I am making. You don't worry about the mistakes. You are not here to show your wisdom. Okay, try to understand a simple man who speaks a plain language. I am not a knowledgeable person. I am not well versed in English. Lorenzo is saying, I am not a well versed in English. So I have mistakes. I am having a colloquial language. I am speaking them in a normal way. So go to your fellow servants, and now you go to and tell them to lay the tables and serve the food. We will come in and eat. Okay, he said that normally you go and say the servants that prepare food and put it on the table. We are coming to eat food. The tables, sir, will be brought in and the food will be spread. Okay, as far as your time of coming into dinner, sir, let that be up to your wish. So if you people are coming to eat food, so what do you have to do? Okay, so I will make it, prepare, let it go. He goes out. Lorenzo, what a discretion in the choice of words. How befitting are his words. The fool has a good stock of words in his mind. There are many higher ranking men in life than this fool. They are foolish and without discretion as he is. They abandon the sense of the meaning in order to use big words with a pun. How are you, Jessica? Give me your opinion on Lord Bassanio's wife. So now he is saying something about again Lancelot. So we feel that he is a fool. But in Shakespeare dramas, fools are the people those who have good knowledge about anything. Here the fools means the jesters that are, I said, no, the clown, the stage managing people. So we can say it's a good people, has good knowledge about things. That is here what he meant. Even Lorenzo is meaning he is a fool. He appears to be a fool, but he is a really what fool? He's a knowledgeable fool. He has a good knowledge over things. And now at the end Lorenzo say about something about Portia. Jessica, words are not enough to express my admiration. It will be necessary for Lord Bassanio to live an upright life, since he has such a blessing in his wife. He has the joys of heaven there on earth. If he does not value the joy while on earth, he cannot expect to go to heaven to such. Imagine two gods were to play some game of skill and have earthly women as prizes in the contest. If Portia were one of the two, there would have to be some more value added to other women, and else the stakes would be unequal. For this whole the world does not have Portia's equal. And what she is starting to praise her mistress, that Portia. Portia is such a great lady. Bassanio is lucky to have a wife like this. And if Bassanio is the same of kind, see, she's saying an example. Once God make a balance, Portia on other side, and whom he will place, or he put a bet. What is a bet? If you win this race, I will give you 50 rupees. The other one, what they will bet? If you win, I will give you the 50 rupees. So 50 and 50 both are equal. So when God makes a bet with someone with the Portia, okay, so there who is there in the opposite side to equal with the Portia? That is what her doubt is. Okay, or that's how Jessica shows the quality of Portia. There is no one in the world who is equal to the goodness of Portia. Lorenzo, Jessica, you have a husband in me who has all the good qualities which you have described in Portia as an ideal wife. So what Lorenzo is saying, see, as a wife or as a mistress, Portia has all the qualities. Portia has all the qualities as a wife. The same way, so your husband has all the qualities as a husband. Jessica, no. But you should ask my opinion on that mark. So you should not say yourself. About Portia, you asked me. The same way, you should ask me about how you are. Lorenzo, I will consult you soon. First, let us go for dinner. Okay. You don't worry. I will ask you after some time about how I am to you. So first we can go for dinner. Jessica, you may let me praise you while I am inclined to do so. Lorenzo, no. This is my request, that let it be pleasant talk at the dinner table. Then the matters not what you say, for I shall digest it with the rest. So what he is saying? Okay, so Jessica is saying, let me say about it. Let me say about you. So he is saying, no, you come to the table while we are having dinner, or while we are having our food, you explain to me. If you say some bad things about me, let it be swallowed with the good food. Well, I will praise your qualities. Jessica is saying, okay, on the table, I will praise your qualities. I will speak about you. Here, I will praise your qualities means it does not mean she is going to say all the good things of Lorenzo. So I will praise. It has a negative and positive, both meaning it has. I will praise you. You come, I will praise you in the table. The same way also we can say. Okay, Sunday, leave. Here is the end of Act 3, complete Act 3. In the next class, we will begin with Act 4. Thank you.